Imagine you're walking through a park, lost in thought, when suddenly a friend jumps out and shouts, "Boo!" Your heart races, your body reacts, before you even realize what's happening. That's your brain on autopilot, what Daniel Kahneman calls System 1 in his masterpiece, Thinking Fast and Slow. It's fast, intuitive, and emotional. But there's another side to your mind, System 2, the slow, logical, and deliberate thinker. Together, these two systems shape every decision you make, from what you eat for breakfast to how you invest your life savings. Kahneman, a Nobel Prize-winning psychologist, takes us on a journey through the quirks and pitfalls of our own minds, revealing how often we trust our gut when we shouldn't and overthink when we should just relax. Let's start with System 1, the speedster of your brain. It's the reason you can read this sentence without effort. Recognize a friend's face in a crowd, or duck when a ball flies at your head. It's always on, saving you time and energy. But here's the catch. System 1 loves shortcuts, and those shortcuts can lead to biases. For example, if someone asks, "Is Steve more likely to be a librarian or a farmer?" You might picture Steve as a quiet, bookish type, because that fits the stereotype of a librarian. But what if there are 100 farmers for every librarian in Steve's town? System 1 ignores the odds and goes with the story that feels right. Kahneman calls this the representativeness heuristic, where we judge probabilities based on how closely something matches our mental image, not the actual facts. Now, meet System 2, the careful thinker. It's the part of you that solves complex math problems, plans a vacation itinerary, or resists the urge to eat that extra slice of cake. But System 2 is lazy. It doesn't want to work harder than it has to, so it often lets System 1 take the wheel. That's why you might struggle to focus after a long day or fall for optical illusions, even when you know the trick. Kahneman shows how this laziness leads to errors, like the anchoring effect, where the first number you hear influences your decisions. If I say, "Is the Mississippi River longer or shorter than 500 miles?" and then ask you to guess its actual length, your estimate will likely be much higher than if I'd said, "Is it longer or shorter than 5,000 miles?" Your System 2 doesn't adjust enough from the anchor it's given. One of the most fascinating parts of the book is how these systems play into happiness. Kahneman introduces the experiencing self and the remembering self. Your experiencing self lives in the moment, but your remembering self tells the story of your life, and they don't always agree. For example, you might endure a painful medical procedure that ends well, and your remembering self will rate it as less terrible than a shorter but slightly more painful one that ends abruptly. The peak-end rule shows we judge experiences by their most intense point and how they end, not the total pain or pleasure. This explains why we make odd choices, like staying in a bad job for a nice retirement party, or clinging to a relationship for the good memories, even when the present is miserable. Kahneman doesn't just point out flaws, he offers wisdom. By recognizing these mental traps, we can slow down, question our instincts, and make better choices. Whether it's avoiding the halo effect, assuming a good speaker is also a good person, or resisting the planning fallacy, thinking projects will take less time than they do. Thinking fast and slow equips us to navigate a world designed to exploit our biases. So next time you're about to make a snap judgment or trust a gut feeling, remember, your brain is brilliant, but it's not always your friend. Take a breath, engage System 2, and think a little slower. The rewards might just surprise you,